Israel does, or invading them at some level. And we've said from the onset that if the United States or Israel attack Iran, it's the beginning of World War III, because then you're going to start seeing oil prices go to the stratosphere along with gold prices. So there are so many wild cards out there that make for us gold a better forecast to go up than to go down. I mean, what could be the downside of gold? Gold as we see, could only go down if the unemployment rate in the United States goes back to 4.5%. We wipe out our trade deficits, our budget deficits, and that's highly unlikely.
And you're physically holding it. You can dump out of it if it starts going down, or you can wait till it goes back up the next time.
I have to tell you something. This is very important. I've been buying gold for a long time, and in life you have ups and downs. Let's not be fake about this. And I've had lean years in my life. What saved me was having gold. Because, as you well know, getting rid of gold, cashing in gold isn't as easy as writing a check. So you really have to think twice and 3 times and 4 times before you unload that gold. And so you hold on to that store wealth that base of wealth without writing a check off to go spend it or to pay a debt.
Exactly.
And what I also did with my gold is I used it as collateral to borrow, knowing that I wanted that gold back. And I never had any problem loaning money, borrowing money privately, having that as a backdrop. So I'm a firm believer in gold.
It's good as gold is the saying. I just wanted to bring that up because everything else is performing like hell right now. Treasuries almost have no yield. Everybody's running to them. And it's just an amazing scam we're witnessing. I want to go to calls for Gerald Celente here in just a moment in the time we have left. But, Gerald, how do you see, well, 2 questions before I forget. First, the flu hype killed maybe 200 people worldwide. They're talking about global forced inoculations. Is this the global World Trade Organization, World Health Organization cover to bring in control? Why are they saying, oh, it's all over in the fall? They're the ones fear-mongering in government, A. And then B, is that kind of a backdrop? If they need to suppress revolution, they'll just hype up fear about flu, and then people will stand down, because that was said of Mexico.
What they're doing and why, we don't know. And we're not on the inside, but I will tell you what we're forecasting. And we're forecasting that there's going to be something. And we're calling it the new black plague, and it's going to be real. You can't put poison in your food, in the air, in the water. You just can't keep poisoning the host without causing a host of problems. So there's going to be something that breaks down the immune systems. Is this really it? Probably not. Are the drug companies going to benefit from anything that happens? Absolutely. Will they use something like this as the false flag to declare martial law and to take the people that were once the home of the free and the brave into federal dictate and to subservience? Yes, they could very well use something like that as a scare tactic. And look, Bush used the most effective one that I've seen in my lifetime with the war on terror. Absolutely. And then they've got the continuing imploding economy. People have to go to the government from help through that. And then now they're announcing he's breaking all his promises. He's going to raise health care taxes on everybody and surtaxes and green taxes on everybody's electricity. Would you say Obama wins or is a contender for the crown of the biggest liar? Because I thought Clinton was a liar. I thought Bush was a liar. The thing that we put Obama in is the mass destruction of what was once the entrepreneurial empire into what Mussolini said, the merger of state and corporate powers into fascism, where government and major corporations are running the whole show. Again, look at the people, look at the banks, look at the control. And so that's what we see. And by the way, people ask us, what are some of the solutions? Well, here's one solution. We don't need Wall Street. We need Main Street. We don't need Walmarts. We need mom and pops. We don't need agribusiness. We need family farms. We don't need Monsanto. We need organic. And this is not hyperbole. It's a fact based on the knowledge that we were, the United States of America, the most egalitarian nation on earth, respected and envied by everyone else on earth. From the most egalitarian, when that model existed, Main Street, mom and pop, family farm, and organic, we have now become the nation where the gap between the rich and the poor is the widest of any of the industrialized nations, and where we used to be number one in healthcare, in education, in longevity, in quality of life, when we lived by Main Street, mom and pop, family farms, and organic, we no longer win, place, or show by any of those indices.
Because we're mentally and spiritually poisoned, and the establishment knew that, and all of those big vertically integrated corporate structures are waging war against mom and pop and Main Street, and now they've got the animal ID, the premises ID, openly to shut down family farms and ranches, the Clean Water Restoration Act to federalize all the water. I mean, they're coming in as the economy implodes, trying to pass the carbon tax, knowing it'll shut things down further. This is like the global mafia burning us out. So you're saying the revolution isn't just physical. It's going to be people not going to Walmart anymore, people planting their own gardens, people not doing what the local thugs and feds say, and people just getting back to basics? Or what else is in the revolution?
Well, that's all part of it. You know, my thing is I boycott corporate food. I won't eat it. I go to the local guy. I won't go to the Dunkin' Donuts guy. You know, I support. I go to the farmers markets. I don't buy factory food. You know, Alex, we just saw Obama. They made a whole big deal about them planting their organic garden and buying local food and how healthy they eat. Well, let the rest of them eat Frankenfoods is their motto. It's okay for them and the Clintons and the Bushes for everybody to only eat the best. But the rest of you people out there, fatten yourself up on the junk food. What goes in goes out. Junk food, junk minds, junk thinking. And for this country to get back to where it used to be, we need a renaissance. And the renaissance is a rebirth to when America was great, when Main Street ruled, not Wall Street, not these greedy multimillionaires. Where do they come off? Goldman Sachs saying that, well, we earn this profits and we're distributing this money, these bonuses to our people because we're such brilliant traders. Oh, yeah? How about the $13 billion we gave you to cover your bad bets with AIG?
And then they took the money and then loaned it to us in interest, and it's just total bastards. We're going to come back in the final segment, Dr. Maria, Linda, and Randall. Quick comments, quick questions from those three callers, quick answers from Gerald Celente, and I can't wait to have him back up again soon. But we got 30 seconds before break. Gerald, when do you see physical confrontation, rioting beginning?
You know, we may see riots this summer as the heat of the city's streets becomes uncontrollable, as people can't find jobs and have no future.
And then they're talking about by next year, 25% unemployment?
And when you look upon the minority groups, the people that have no education and they're drugged out, you have a recipe for violence and disaster.
Stay there, Gerald Celente. I'm Alex Jones.
Are you concerned for the safety of your loved ones? Listen closely to this message from pepperspray.com. Every 22 seconds a violent crime is committed. America has changed, and your personal safety is your first priority. Be smart, be safe. Trust Pepper Spray instead of your luck. Pepperspray.com is the only website you'll ever need for all of your non-lethal self-defense supplies. Pepperspray.com carries one of the largest assortments of pepper spray and personal safety products on the web. From big to small, we have it all. Pepper spray, mace, animal repellents, stun guns, and tasers. Pepperspray.com also carries a large assortment of products for personal, home, child, and pet safety. Enter SAFE in the coupon box and you'll receive a special discount off of your order. So what are you waiting for? Go to pepperspray.com. That's pepperspray.com or call 1-800-908-9988 today.